a day after a fire destroyed the Nottoway Plantation house. How the fire started remains under investigation.
It's a day that we were always afraid of.
Thick smoke and flames rose from the historic Nottoway Plantation Thursday afternoon, a 160-year-old structure in Iberville Parish, sparking conversation about its legacy.
The Nottoway Plantation burned down on May 15th, 2025. And the Nottoway Plantation is described as the largest antebellum mansion remaining in the United States in the South. Now, the fire is still up under investigation, so they don't know what caused the fire. However, I find it quite interesting because if you recall, there was a movie in 2020 by the name of Antebellum. Now, remind you, I just said that the Nottoway Plantation was the largest surviving mansion or plantation in the antebellum South. Now, in 2020, there was a film released by the name of Antebellum, which happens to be one of my favorite movies. And it's also one of my favorite slave movies. Now, the plot was very, very, very interesting, and I suggest if you like movies, like if you like slave movies, or if you like good films, if you can stand to watch that type of film, then I would suggest you watch it. I love history. I absolutely love history. And for those of you who do not know, I am a biblical teacher, and I'm also an Israelite. So the movie Antebellum was right up my alley. Now, in the year 2020, that's when the Most High reveals to me who the chosen people are. And by chosen people, I mean the real biblical Israelites, okay? The chosen bloodline. Now, this is not the video for that. However, I would suggest that you do your own research. Now, the movie Antebellum, released in 2020, it was something to see. I haven't seen it in a while, but just reading up on it, it brought back memories. Now, the plot was very, very interesting, and the reason why I wanted to do this video is because when I heard about the Antebellum fire on May 15, 2025 of this year, it reminded me of the movie Antebellum. Now, if you have never seen the movie Antebellum, it was a slave movie. It was a movie about a plantation in Louisiana in the South. Now, the real Antebellum Plantation, or the also known as the Nottoway Plantation, burned down on May 15th of this year. Now, it was in the South in Louisiana, the real plantation. Well, the plot of the movie Antebellum was also in Louisiana in the South. Now, the opening scene of the movie Antebellum was very unforgettable, to say the least. It was very, very dramatic, and I don't think I'll ever forget that opening scene. So in the opening scene, one of the Confederate soldiers, okay, I don't know if he was a slave master or not, but I'll just say he was a Confederate soldier. So what happened was, there was a slave, a female slave. She tried to escape. I don't remember her name because it's been a while since I saw the movie. Probably about 2.5 years since I saw it. But the female slave, she was married to a man named Eli. And his wife, she tried to escape. So what would happen was, when the slaves tried to escape from the Antebellum Plantation, when they were caught, they would be burned, and their remains would be placed in a crematorium. So what happened was, when Eli's wife was captured, the Confederate soldier was riding on a horse, okay? He puts she was fleeing, she was trying to get away. So he caught her and he put a thick rope around her neck like a noose. And he was riding on the horse. And he dragged her by her neck while riding on the horse. It was an unforgettable scene. I'll never forget it. And that always stuck with me. So, of course, Eli, that just infuriated him. And he was heartbroken, of course. What man wouldn't be? Something so inhumane happened to his wife. So, of course, slave owners were known for instilling fear in the slaves so that they would not get the bright idea to run away. So, now, in the movie, Janelle Monáe, the singer Janelle Monáe, she played the character Veronica in the movie. And for those of you who do not know who Janelle Monáe is, she is a singer and an actress. She was one of the main characters in the movie Harriet, which is also one of my favorite movies. The movie Harriet that was released in, I believe, in 2019, which was based off the woman Harriet Tubman. Now, Janelle Monáe in the movie Antebellum, I believe she was some type of journalist or author. And she was married and she had a little girl. Janelle, aka Veronica, okay, I'm gonna call her Veronica because that was her character's name. Now, Veronica was a very popular journalist or author, well known, and she, in the movie Antebellum, she was known for a lot of controversy. Now, in the movie, there was this other journalist, I believe she was a white woman, very eerie, creepy woman in the movie. Her name was Elizabeth. Now, from watching the movie, Elizabeth seemed to have some type of fascination or some type of obsession with Veronica. And I don't mean sexually, I mean there was just like this rivalry, this type of hate. You could tell she really didn't like Veronica. She was probably jealous of her. But anyway, I'm going to stick to the storyline. So Elizabeth did not like Veronica in the movie. So what happened was, Veronica went on a trip somewhere in Louisiana. It was work related. And she went on a girls' night out where her friend, I don't remember her friend's name in the movie. Now, as Veronica is preparing for her trip somewhere in Louisiana to promote her book, one night Veronica has a girls' night out with two of her friends. And one of the characters, I don't remember her name in the movie, but one of the main characters was the girl who played in Precious, and she also played on Empire. I think Jabray, but it was the lady who played in Empire, and she also was the lead character in the movie Precious. But y'all know who I'm talking about.